Hey everyone, have I here bring a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, it is time for another edition of Best Teams on Global. This is the June 2024 edition, so with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So yes, the June 2024 edition, or you can call it the pre-9-year anniversary edition, because the 9-year anniversary is right around the corner for Global. It's very, very exciting. And really, to be honest with you, this list really hasn't changed. So I'll highlight a couple of changes in terms of teams, but the list, there wasn't enough to really move the ranks. But before we dive into that, this disclaimer first, the term best teams is my opinion and is purely subjective. There's no official tier list or best teams ranking from Akatsuki or Bandai. I've had a lot of, I guess, newer viewers come on and say, well, I don't understand your build setup. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about that during some of the best teams. But how I rank my teams, I look at a multitude of different things: leader skill, damage, defense, special skills, flex strength, or flex and bench strength, game mode effectiveness, and overall gameplay. But ultimately now defense is so important. You know, each of your main rotations need to have defense, and primarily your flex position should have some defense as well. And if your support unit can have defense, that's amazing, and can survive, that'll be amazing. But you of course don't have to run a support unit. I just run it on these slides and what you guys are seeing here, and all the alts are just opportunities for you guys to switch up certain spots and what could be viable. All right, so how I rank my teams when it comes to game mode effectiveness, I'm still looking at Ultimate Red Zone, the Future Saga, and then Majin Buu Saga. Ultimate Red Zone, of course, we ended up getting the new legend, fighting legend Frieza. I don't really consider it too much of endgame, due to the fact that it's actually not very difficult, right, to complete or beat. But you do now have 4 fighting legend events: Goku, the GT Goku, Vegeta, and now Frieza, and it's our first extreme enemy fighting legend event. So there's that. So if you look at previous months, this is the rankings, and again, abbreviated version. I'm going to go quickly through all this because the list really just hasn't really changed. So there's a couple of honorable not so good mentions, and the reason why I just wanted to show you this was how Global is providing new units, but you're like, you really can't use the units. Primarily, the one that came to mind here was Special Pose. This is the best Special Pose team you can technically run. Of course, the alts there aren't really a lot of Special Pose. Those are just from the old Movie Heroes androids that you can use on the Gamma 2 team. But yeah, Gamma 2 kind of just runs the best Special Pose team with the new LR Ginyu and all these other units like the Super EZA to the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. They're all running at 170%, so it's just not runnable. It's not a good team overall. You can still have fun with it if you guys want to run this team and run it on endgame. I'm sure some of you guys might be able to beat Frieza and use some items, but ultimately this is not definitely a top spot here. Also, Super Bosses is just not quite there, right? We ended up getting the EZA to the Physical Goku Black, and that's pretty much about it. We're missing a lot of units. You're running full Goku Black team on, or the Rose team and Goku Black Zamasu team on the Super Bosses. But of course we have Cell Max, we have Broly, we have those units that make this incredibly stronger. But on Global right now, it's again not in the top 10 by a long shot. I shouldn't even call these honorable mentions, but there is one honorable mention that could have slid into the top 10 here, and that's Movie Bosses and Resurrected Warriors. This is still a very, very good team. It's dodge or die when it comes to Rudagarn. You do have the EZA to Super EZA to Kid Buu. You do have Majin Buu Saga units on here, and really Majin Buu Saga is those units are still the best units on Global. Now let's go ahead and transition again. Top 10 very quickly. Nothing really has changed too much. Worldwide Celebration, Vegito Blue, Future Saga. You do have the opportunity to run a 170% Super Saiyan 3. Super EZA to Gotenks, but not so much here. I don't even know where you put it. This team here, just basically you're running a bunch of 170% units, unfortunately. And then you have the Future Saga as a merge with the Bond and Parent Child and Future Saga merge. So Future Saga coming in number 10 spot, no surprise there. It might even drop out of the top 10 when it comes to the 9-year anniversary. I can expect actually that might even happen. Power of Wishes is still holding in the top 10 here. Spirit Bomb Z and Spirit Bomb GT both are running strong here. The Spirit Bomb Z unit did get an upgrade in the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, running at 200% there. But the build up for the Spirit Bomb Z units isn't as strong as that 50% damage mitigation on the Spirit Bomb GT team on here. So holding strong Power Wishes. I think Power Wishes still does well and will probably stay in the top 10, but we'll see after the 9-year anniversary. And coming in number 8, Piccolo's still here. No upgrade, so I'm not gonna dive into too much insights when it comes to that. You do have an upgrade with the merged portion of this superheroes team, and we all know this superheroes is not gonna stay in the number 8 spot. Probably gonna be in the number 1. I wouldn't say probably. I'd say for sure after part 2 when Beast Gohan comes out, superheroes will be in the number 1 spot, and Piccolo here is going to be basically a merged unit into that spot there, along with the not Beast Gohan in the Hybrid Saiyans team. So that's coming in number 8. It's coming in number 7, Vegeta Family Super Saiyans. Really, we're missing one unit. We're missing Evolution Vegeta EZA, the LR Blue Evolution Vegeta. He's so good. He makes this team shine, and once we're able to put that unit on here, it's going to jump to the top 5, I would say for sure, because Vegeta is such a powerful character. Just his team isn't running optimally at this point in time here. So you do have the merged Super Saiyans. Here's where I was like, okay, do I move this team up? Because Zamasu, this team kind of got upgrade. You can run the first form Frieza on this team, but not really. And then you have the Goku Black as a fantastic support unit here. But ultimately, I think I'm just going to keep him in the number 6 spot. I don't think it's such a big enough change to take over the number or get into the top 5. But it's there. It's close. It's a lot closer than it was before. You can run the Realm of Gods. You can run the Majin Buu rotations on here. Up to you. Mix and match, have a good time. Does have a lot of flexibility, having that extreme class 150% leader skill on there. Now, I was going to switch it with this team here, number 5 here, with the androids Majin Power. I'm just going to call it Majin Power, really. It does have the Bulma mechanic, right? The Bulma boost, and this team here is very fun to use. If you're not using this team here with Android 21 and the Majin Buu with the Bulma on there, you're missing out. It's a great time, great team here. But again, I was very close to just go ahead and move this to the top 5 and drop this to the top 6, but I think I'm going to keep it here. I think they're really good. Oh, and this is one of the few occasions now these days you might want to run different leaders. 180 to Majin Power and then run Android 21 here. This actually is a very strong team running 2 Majin Power or LR Buhans with Majin Power on there. So give this a shot. And of course we have the Cell Max that you can in a sense do this for super bosses as well. So again, give that a try. You'll have a good time. So really after the top 5, it's a no-brainer. You have the Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans with the Gaku on here. You do have this unit. Why is there 2 on here? Let me remove that. You have the Super Saiyan 3 EZA. One thing that I do want to mention here is last month, a lot of people were like, wait a minute, this guy hasn't EZA yet. I was under assumption that the World Tournament was going to come out, a little bit after my video. And of course, this should happen. It's been announced that we are getting these EZAs and the World Tournament. So the Mr. Buu and the Gohan, which are probably the 2 best that's coming out from that World Tournament, this will EZA, so you now can run this team technically, right? So you could run this version here if you like, but Pure Saiyan, Hybrid Saiyan, still one of the best on there. I wish we had some more options than Power Wishes and Exploding Rage for the 200%, but ultimately this does run incredibly well. Coming in number 3 is Earthbred Fighters, still holding strong. I think the diversity in this team here, the bench strength, is very good. You can even slot in Boo if you wanted to on this, if you wanted, because of powerful comeback. But ultimately, you do have a slight upgrade to Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. If you don't have like the STR, Goku on there, you can probably put him in on that spot. If you don't have Yajirobe as a support, you don't need a support, you can run the Gotenks there as well. So very versatile unit that you can put in really any spot in the floating position. So coming in at number 2 is still Movie Hero's final trump card again. So you can see Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is on a lot of different teams, but yes, you can run him on this team here as well. You can run something like this as a rotation, no support, with support, up to you. You do have a multitude of different options when it comes to main rotations, but I think these are the best main rotations that you can kind of run. So, oh yeah, here's another example here, and then here's with the Piccolo rotation if you wanted to go that far. So coming in at number 2 is Movie Hero's final trump card, and then coming in at number 1 is an amalgamation of the, oops, I'm sorry, this is Movie Hero's Gamma 1. I always forget to mention you can run a full, basically a full Boo team here with the Gamma as a support. So very, very strong team. But anyway, coming in at number 1, merged with number 1 is going to be the Majin Buu saga with either the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Angel Goku, or the Buu. I think the Buu is stronger, making it the best extreme team on the game and the number 1 team in the game here. You can just virtually do everything. They're almost unkillable at times. You can run again a multitude of different options. Now finally you can run Mr. Buu here if you like, if you don't want to run the AGL Super Buu. So you can put him there, put him in other spots, up to you, because he is now going to be available. And that's pretty much about it. The reason why I said this was going to be fast, I went fairly quickly through it. Again, for you new players out there, the alts are just things that you can use, and still people are asking me, well, how can you have 2? This is the leader here. So I thought that was kind of a given. Maybe in the future I put the leader skill tags like I did here with the Android 21 right here, the leader skill tags. I guess I might still have to do that for people to realize when you have 2 of the same units on there, they're just the leaders, right? So they're like, okay, they're in the floater position. Yes, you can go ahead and do that, but actually this is what you might probably want to run here. So anyway, actually it should look like this. Why is Buhan in first position? We don't want Buhan in first position, right? There we go. That's a lot better. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this video here. Oh, actually, let me do a sum up. Pre-9-year anniversary. This is the list here. Everything will change after the 9-year anniversary, so expect that. I'm interested in seeing what the top 10 is going to look like when all these units come out. It will be very interesting. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I told you it was going to be a short one, abbreviated version on here. And if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. See you in the 9-year anniversary.